Hello to everybody out there. I'm glad that you made some time to make it to my next video. I have reiterated this multiples of times in the past about the homeless and how important it is for us as supposed humanitarians to assist them as needed. It's real important, and I'm going to dive a little bit into this subject. Now, don't get panicky or don't think anything of it, but a lot of people that I know, when they look at a homeless person, they think, get a job. Don't touch me. When you do give them money, you act like you can't put it in their hand right. You scared you're gonna catch bubonic plague and shit. You know? Or they try to start a warm comfort zone with you, and you quickly roll your window up and drive off. You know, that if you're giving with that type of a mentality, then you might as well not give any money at all. And it doesn't even have to be money. Like, I'm known to have water bottles. You know, I buy water bottles if it's real hot out there. Imagine this. Would you be willing to stand out there in that heat, Texas heat, holding a sign, walking back and forth where the sun is beating down on you? If a person is willing to do that, they've got one of the hardest jobs on the planet, I think. Some tough work, you know. Everybody has their reasons why they're in a situation that they're in. And whether it's an unfortunate situation or you see it a positive situation, you know, it's not for anybody to judge. It doesn't matter what they do with the money. And it's not up to you to judge or assume that they're trying to scam you or something in some kind of way, when the case is no. You know, I remember this happened maybe about a month ago. I pulled over, gave this guy a dollar, and I noticed he was limping real bad. And I asked him, I said, "Are you okay? What happened to your leg?" And he had told me that he had had a stroke. He says, "I was a hard-working person, had my own home and everything." And he said he had a stroke and recovery was long-term. I mean, like super long-term. They did not even expect him to walk ever again. But during that span of time, he lost his family. He couldn't afford the house anymore, lost his house. And, you know, and here he is out on the streets. You just never know. It could happen to you. You never know what'll happen in your life that'll force you to be able to survive by other means. You know, not everybody is addicted to drugs. Not everybody is alcoholics. Not all of them have mental, what you consider mental disabilities. And even if they were, so what? It's not us to judge. Everybody is on their own journey, and the only person that they answer to is God, nobody else. But a lot of times, behavior influences a lot of very unfortunate situations. You know, says it all over the Bible. You know, oh, look at this bum. He's just, this must be some, I don't know what the heck to think about this. But still, this is somewhat of an image of what a homeless person would look like, especially if they're sick and need medical attention. You know, we see them out there practically dying and do nothing. We are supposed to take care of each other because we all are one. It may be hard to believe on the physical level or in the physical reality, but in the spiritual reality, we are all one. There's no difference between us. There's no difference no matter what way you look at it. There's a guy. Looks like he's seen some rough times. Luke 10-30 to 37 ESV. Jesus replied, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. Now, how many out there would be like the priest? And how many out there would be like the Samaritan? I think most people do the same thing the priest did in this example. People will be like, help, please help, please help, please help. People walk by them like they don't hear them, you know. Some of these people seriously have health problems and they need to go to the emergency room. You know, a lot of times you find them dead on the street. You know. You know, if you walk past a homeless person that looks like they're in need, or if you see a homeless person panhandling, a majority of the people drive by and they think these ugly, mean, nasty thoughts about these people without even knowing them. They just see them and just assume things, you know. And some homeless people just enjoy the freedom of being homeless. You know, there's a lot of freedom there. You know, I'd support that. That's their choice. What's wrong with helping somebody live a free life? Why force them into a life that they don't believe in? You know? And it says it over and over and over again throughout the Bible. And this one, do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. I mean, you find it all over the Bible. It tells you what to do. And it's almost like last call for alcohol. You see more homeless people these days than a year ago, at least in my city where I live. And people still don't get it. You got to do more than go to church and throw money into the satanic, to support their satanic rituals. You know? If you was to decide to give 10% to a good cause, it's best to give to one that you provide directly to those in need, because just throwing money at these organizations and corporations, they ain't do nothing but put more money in their pocket. They don't do as much as they should for the population. You know, there's a lot of embezzlement that goes on. Go out and directly do something. One time, for example, I bought $200 worth of church's chicken. Took it to the homeless shelter. I had a line, and I fed as many people I could, at least 200 of them. The line was still long. You know, that was my contribution. I did other things. You know, I know it's going to be getting cold pretty soon. How many of them homeless people do you think will need blankets, coats, jackets, socks, gloves, whatever it is? You know? So, I am going to end this video. Didn't mean for it to be too terribly long anyways. I just wanted to touch on the importance of recognizing your brothers and sisters as if they are your biological brother, sister. We got to learn to love each other the same way we would love ourselves and our own families, biological families. On a spiritual level, we need to learn how to love everybody, because under the skin, we're all the same. Y'all have a blessed one out there. I'll be busting out a new video pretty soon. Peace out.